Hey y'all. So it is a DV month. And I wanted to share this light story. It's not gonna be a scary story, you guys. Well, it kinda is, but it's a lighthearted because I know it's DV month. And first off, ladies, if you have well, before I share the story, I do wanna say, um, ladies, if you stay in Georgia or Texas, so far that I do know, you can exercise your right to protect yourself. And I know right now, men, please keep a paper trail. Um, Hearing a story about that young lady who lost her life and seeing people who knew her brought back some triggering things for me when I lost my friend. I talked about it. You can go check it out on my YouTube channel. But I talked about how she lost her life to domestic violence. Please don't give these men another chance. Please don't give these men another chance. Please come up with a plan with someone you trust. There are people out there who will help you. They will help you get a new identity. If you feel like you fear for your life, please go to these gun ranges. Don't let your children be motherless. And men, don't let your children be fatherless because of these overly emotional bearing partners. Please. Because a lot of people are like, oh, men, yes, men go through it too, because of the fact is that if they put their hands on them, they go to jail and the woman be so erect. Don't let it be you. I don't care how much they manipulate to love you. Exercise your right. Keep a paper trail. Ladies, go get you one if you have to. I will be going, FYI, I will be going live about Danny and Corey, how she protected herself. Once I get more information about the young lady named Maya, rest in peace to her, I am going to share her story. It's very important. Please, I don't care if you try to act like you the one that won with these females. Let them have it. Let these men, please, let them women that think that they can do better than you with these men who like to put their hands on you, let them have it, because your life is so important. Now I'm going to go into the story time. Okay, so don't mind that up there, okay? So this particular story is about how my friend Tiffany came to visit me after I moved to Atlanta. Now I shared her story about her domestic violence and what I knew and what I remember her experiencing before she passed. She passed going on her 25th birthday. We were 2 days apart, same year. So, we always talked about our birthday, what we're gonna do. And mostly her birthday was, I'm gonna spend time with my kids and my family. I just want to spend time with them, just to enjoy her birthday. That was her birthday. That's what she did. She loved her children very, very much. Unfortunately, Tiffany, as you guys know, to my new followers, if you haven't, Tiffany passed away from domestic violence. On her 25th birthday, she was found deceased between 12 to 3 in the morning. Her family didn't get notified until that morning because they was out there for hours getting the evidence that, she had passed away from a blunt force upper trauma. I hope no one feels triggered, but it was upper force trauma. They were going through a custody battle. She wanted to leave. They shared two kids, which were twins, a boy and a girl. And her oldest son was from her previous relationship. So Tiffany had 3 children. She loved her kids. The oldest boy, I believe, was between the ages of 3 and 5. And the twins were, I say 12 to 18 months old. Okay? We'll keep that in mind. After Tiffany passed, we had a group of friends. We all grew up together. We talked about her constantly. She didn't get to celebrate her 25th birthday, but the night before we talked about it. So after she passed, a year later, I decided to move to Atlanta. And when I got to Atlanta, I had just got a job at the time at Walmart. And this was my first Walmart I worked at. I love this Walmart. It was a smaller Walmart. It was neighborhood Walmart. If you guys know about neighborhood Walmarts, they're small. So before she passed, Tiffany would always encourage me to move, to do the things I wanted to do. She was that type of friend. She wanted me to have peace. She wanted me to have great friendships with everyone. She didn't want so much negativity and things in my life. Like, that was just the type of friend she was. Even though we fell out half on and off sometimes, she was just like, if I call her, she pick up the phone, she's there. We're on the phone for hours, we're talking, we love each other. That day she called, I missed her call, but I did call her back. She didn't answer. She said she was okay. I said, okay. I think I put the story up about what happened that day. You guys want to go look at that. I'll give you a little recap, but you guys want to look at that. I think just type it into the show. The next day I woke up, I found out she passed. Nobody wanted to tell me, what happened. I had to find out from someone that I knew. Well, two people I knew. I found one lady that I grew up knowing, family, the church, her family, my family are very close. She didn't want to tell me. Shout out to Mr. Tosh. She did not want to tell me. Like, I was like, can you tell me? She was like, I don't think I want to tell you, because she knew we were friends. And another friend that I grew up with, she didn't want to tell me. Like, she was like, everybody was hesitating. When I found out, I boo-hoo cried and I just bawled my eyes out. Well, we're going to fast forward to Atlanta, and then I'm going to share my other story with my mom. So I'm going to give you guys 2 stories. Well, 3. Okay, so this is the first one. So Tiffany, one morning I was getting ready to go to work, and I knew Tiffany was okay because me and my best friend would talk. And we was like, man, I hope she okay. I hope she rested, because she loved her kids. In the situation that happened with her children, it was still a little custody by the time with twins. So we was like, man, I hope she resting. She loved her kids. If she found out with them kids or with his family, she's not going to be happy. This and that, right? So one day I was asleep. And I remember this day like yesterday. So she sat out on the bed. And she had on this beautiful white gown. She always had her hair pressed out. And she was like, hey. I said, hey, girl. I said, I finally did it. She said, I know. She said, I'm so proud of you. She said, I was like, yeah. I said, but how are you feeling about the kids? She said, as long as, she said, I'm okay. This is what she said. I remember this verbatim. She said, I'm okay. She said, but he's going to have to with my daughter. And I want y'all to remember this. When it come to that daughter, she's going to give him hell about it. She said that's something he's going to have to explain to our daughter. And I said, well, how? She say, I'm not. She say, yeah. She said, people think I'm not resting. She said, I'm resting. She said, but I'm going to get, it's going to be justice for my kids. And I said, okay. She said, but girl, you might want to get up. I said, what you mean? She said, your alarm is going off and you got like 20 minutes. They don't talk about time over there. But because I knew she was physically here. The kids were at school. It was just me. I think my sister was at work. My mom. I think my mom was asleep. My mom was asleep. She said, girl, you got to get up. You're going to have 20 minutes to get ready for work. So when I woke up, I had literally 20 minutes to get ready for work. And I was like, Mama said, Mama. When Mama woke up, she was like, you a little late? I said, Mom, somebody was here. She was like, what you mean? I said, Tiffany woke me up. My alarm didn't wake me up. She said, what? I said, she sat on the bed talking to me. She woke me up. She let me know she was okay and she was fine. So for a while, I beat myself up for the first year because I didn't talk to her. I pleaded with her to come to my house. He had threatened her. And I was like, girl, just please come over here, you and the kids. She was like, I'm not leaving my house. I ain't gonna let nobody run me out. I said, please just come over here. I don't care. You can take my bed. I'll take the couch. You can take my bed with the kids. Like, me and my son to take a couch. I don't care. I'll put my son in the room with my mom if I have to. I just want you to be okay. She was like, no. I was like, do you want to go to your mama's house? You want to go to your mama's house? Do you want to come on? You can drive them 30 minutes over here, girl. Pack a bag, bring the kids. The kids can play. It's food. We cook. Like, you're welcome. She just didn't want to. So I had beat myself up for a while because I didn't answer that last phone call from her. And when I called back, she just texted me. And I beat myself up to the point where I would, and I didn't tell nobody this, I would go out with my friends every weekend and I would just drink myself to feel something. And that was my first time in a dark space. I would drink to just feel, I just wanted a feeling of forgetting. And I beat myself up because I didn't go to her funeral. And I wanted to see her one last time. But my mom reassured me and I still beat myself for it. So that's when I decided that every time I hear women go through a domestic violence situation, I always speak up. Or if I feel like they lie, this is why I get so like, please don't lie. Because it's women who have fearful everyday. This has happened too often where they're losing their life. Ladies, figure out a plan. You need somebody to talk to, figure out a plan, call me. If you don't have nobody to talk to and saying call me, it's going to hurt at first to leave, but your life is so much better and you'll be so much at peace. Don't let them take your life because they don't care. If you have any issues, I will go to the community section and put up a domestic violence hotline. I'll see what other information I can find. If you're trying to flee and feel like it's hard, listen, I don't care. You can inbox me, email me, whatever's between me and you. I'll help you with a plan. You have to get out of this. Whatever we can do, I don't care. You know, the way my flight is, and as much as I watch women I've known and things of that nature go through this, I'd rather you be safe than sorry. Okay, so this is Scary Story Part 2. This is, was it after she passed? Or before she passed? It was one of them. It was around that same time. This was when we were staying in Tampa, in Florida, in a townhome, beautiful townhome. So we had this 3-bedroom townhome, a 2-bath, right? I love this townhome. Okay, so downstairs when you walk in, you got the stairs, you have the living room, you have the guest bathroom, you have the kitchen and little island there. Then you go upstairs and, okay, let me visualize. You go upstairs, there was a wall. My room was the first room. My sister's room was on the other side. So once you walk up, there's my room, right? But then the other room was that way. And then, well, yeah, anyway, you get it. And then my mom's room was on the other side. But the bathroom for everyone to use, take a shower and everything, I believe it was on the right-hand side next to my, right-hand side by the wall, like next to my room. So it was a beautiful townhome, nice. I believe our rent was like $750. Listen, this is the time before COVID. If you guys know them hotels, the townhomes across from the daycare, cross Fletcher on 135th. Those, you know, y'all, if you from Tampa, you know what I'm talking about. The Hispanic, you know, the pesos over there, they filled that up. But it was gorgeous. Everybody, man, them townhomes lit, like everything, right? So my niece at the time was between 2 and 3. Yeah, my son was between 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Yeah, because they're a year apart, 6 months. So 6 to 11 months. We just gonna say that. They're close in age. So my niece would say she know this girl, and she would have a conversation with this girl all the time. She named her. This was her friend, and we would be like, oh, well, she gotta go, because she was like, no, she don't like when you tell her you got to go. And I was like, my niece still remembers this girl to this day, like to a T. This imaginary friend, she remember her, her name and everything. So So my mama one day sat down and was talking to her, and I was sitting down watching TV, and she was like, yeah, she had a little girl, and there was this old man, and he sat here and he unalived her, but he didn't unalive the little girl, and he buried her out here before they built the townhome. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah. She say I didn't let him touch my little girl, but he wanted to get me. So I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So before my niece would tell us this, right? My niece would sit here and talk to her and laugh, and she say, so we would have a conversation. Like, she would have a full-blown conversation. So I'm like, okay, girl. Like, I would catch her talking to her, and when I fix her something, she said, can you fix her some? Because she said she wants some. And I was like, what? She was like, you don't fix her none, she not gonna like you. I was like, what? Like, who are you talking about, right? I was like, I'm not studying her, that's not real. She told me, she looked me in my face, she said, auntie, you don't say she's not real. She's real. Okay, girl, whatever you say. So we're gonna fast forward. One night I was in my mom's room. I was going to school, and I signed up for school. I was trying to go to school and everything, so I just fell asleep in my mom's room on the floor. And I had my little dog, and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, I'm tired. I was on the computer all night doing my research, whatever I had to do. So my mom never, this is why my mom never sleep with the closet door open anymore. Like, this cut her out from sleeping on it. So everyone is asleep. Like, when I say everyone, my son is asleep, I'm asleep, my sister and my niece is asleep, and her boyfriend at the time. So, everybody is asleep, and I hear I hear the dog. Excuse me, my dog kept, I'm like looking at the closet, grounded, and I had a little cute little dog. I'm like, what is wrong, girl? Come here. And she run to me, and she'll get under the cover, and she'll growl. She's never done that. So I was like, something ain't right. So my mama said she growling at the closet because it's a girl that's staying in the closet. This is where it get freaky, y'all. So one night, my dog did again, and my mama got up. My mama sat up, and she thought it was my sister. This woman, the woman that passed, had the same, the imaginary friend my niece was talking to, had the same exact frame as my sister, but her hair was longer, and she had on a white dress. So my mama called my sister's name. She had the closet light on. And she called and she said, girl, I know you hear me talking to you. She said the girl walked through the closet and disappeared in the closet. My mama sat there for a minute. The dog started barking and growling. She said, shh. So she sat there and looked. She didn't see her. My mama got up and looked in that closet and looked. She got up. She looked around. She went out and she looked in my sister's room. And she woke me up. She said, Malish, your niece wasn't lying. My niece woke up the next day and told my mom. She said, yeah, grandma, that's her. So my niece said everything. Make a long story short, we moved. Like, a lot of things started happening weird. The energy got thrown off, but she kept visiting a lot. My dog would not like it. It's a lot that started happening at home that we left. So anybody that stay over there, if y'all had any paranormal activities with this lady, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry they don't tell y'all that, but they raised the rent. Y'all need to let them know. I'm going to tell y'all this video twice because recording these scary videos, my phone keep going out, especially by my mom. Hi, Mom. I'm okay. Can I tell the story? Thank you. Okay. So this is a story about my mom and how she was on the phone saying she was coming back. So where I live, my phone doesn't work. Number one, it's a little house phone, don't work. We ain't hook it up, did nothing. I don't care. Um, and I always keep my mom's pink nightgown with cherries on it, right? So I always wear it when I feel, I want to be close to her. Like certain things of hers, I still have a key. So this particular day, I was asleep, and basically I had to be to work. I do. I would go to sleep after I talk. Y'all do more, whatever. And in this dream, she's on the phone. And shout out to, and rest in peace to Miss Brenda. Shout out to her daughters. Hey, y'all. She was on the phone. She said, yeah, girl. She said, I'm coming back. This was in a dream. This is not. She said, I'm coming back. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna be back with my babies and left like, and I woke up and I say, who is she talking about? So, I want to say, I always say you have to learn the lesson again because you get reincarnated, but sometimes they do get to be reincarnated to tell you what's going on. And I knew today I had a rough day. I was having arguments with people just coming at me. I always say when I see a hawk and I'm arguing or saying how I feel, that's my mother and my grandmother send me a message. It's okay. They do have a choice to reincarnate. Now, I don't know which one of my lovely cousins are expecting, but just let me know. It might be a reincarnation of your auntie, child. It's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.